Hello and welcome to the South Paris Arena. It's day 7 of Goalball at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. As the tournament moves up a gear, it's semi-final time. Brazil against Ukraine in the men's. People's Republic of China versus Israel from the women's side of the competition. Eight teams have become 4. It's the business end of the competition in both the men's and the women's. I'm delighted to welcome you along to Goalball, a sport unique to the Paralympic Games. It's one of 2 sports that doesn't have an Olympic equivalent. It's a game played at high tempo. It's very physical and extremely entertaining. Goalball is designed for athletes with a vision impairment. All the players are required to wear patches and blackout eye masks to ensure a level playing field across the competition. Teams consist of 6 players, with 3 members playing at any one time. Brazil against Ukraine for a place in the gold medal match against one of People's Republic of China, Japan. It's a simple game, Goalball. Players try to throw a ball past an opponent and into the back of the net. I've made it sound simple, but a lot of hard work goes into the game. And the beauty of Goalball is players use a variety of different techniques to release the ball, including the 180 degrees turn, full rotation, and even some players throw the ball between their legs. The ball itself is similar size to a basketball and has 2 bells inside. There are 8 sound holes around the ball so players can pick up the sounds of the 2 bells. Semi-final. The current Paralympic gold medalists Brazil against the ISR European champions Ukraine. This matchup has all the ingredients to be a fascinating game. Players going through their warm-ups using the ball that weighs 1.25 kilograms. It's similar to a standard bag of sugar that you'd find in the supermarkets or in the cupboard at home. Intense workout for the players. They have insane upper body strength, all the players in Goalball. And they can generate speeds of up to 38 miles per hour. Vasil Olinik, 13 goals so far here in Paris. Been excellent. Already beaten his tally from Tokyo. An important player for Ukraine. Ukraine scored 3 goals in the final 70 seconds to secure their spot in the semi-finals. So much strength and depth in this Brazil squad. Raymond Moreno, a star of the game. 9 goals so far. Part of the team that won gold in Tokyo. .38 goals scored so far for Brazil. They're the top overall team scorers in the men's side of the competition. Highly entertaining to watch Brazil. 3-time world champions, current Paralympic gold medalists. And back in the semi-finals of the Paralympic Games. Communication crucial between the players on the courts and the coaching staff in the team bench area. It's also a sport that requires great physical and mental strength, as players can use any part of their body to block the ball. A raucous atmosphere inside the South Paris arena. The goalball is unique in many ways. The crowd have to stay silent whilst the ball is in play. They can make their voices heard now. Once the game gets underway, hush will descend across the venue. Our referees from Iraq and Japan. Their voices will be heard around the venue. They'll be guiding the players, the coaches, spectators, and you at home. Their calls are really important for the flow of the game. Starting 3 for Ukraine includes Vasil Olinik, 13 goals so far, Anton Strelchik, and Alexander Toprukov, a brilliant centre player for Ukraine. So flamboyant to watch Brazil. Raymond Moreno, Jose Marcelo Souza, and Emerson Ernesto in the starting 3 for Brazil. $19 goals between the starting 3 for Brazil. The court is separated into 3 sections. Either side of the centre line is the neutral area, and the areas in front of the goals are the team area. Fedir Dobrovin, it's a father and son combination. Head coach and assistant coach. Fedir guided the team to gold at the IPSA European Championships. His son Anton plays a big role in the side. And the referees are just checking the patching and the eye shades of all the players. Jonatas Castro, head coach since 2022. Guided the team to gold to the IPSA World Championships.
Semifinal is between Brazil on my left and Ukraine on my right. I would like to remind everyone to switch off your mobile phone and keep it quiet while the ball is empty. Thank you. Ukraine start with the ball. Quiet, please. Center.
The stakes are high. It's semi-final time. Brazil against Ukraine. And it's Ukraine who have got off to the perfect start. The first throw of this semi-final. And Anton Strelchik has put Ukraine in front. Well, and Brazil hit back straight away. 2 throws, 2 goals. This just sets up this semi-final so nicely. Through the legs of Anton Strelchik. Souza with his 7th goal at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. Incredible opening 15 seconds. And finally we get our first block. Raymond Moreno, an outstanding player. 36 goals at the World Championships. 9 goals so far here in Paris. Anton Strelchik has already got 1 goal, but he's conceded a long ball penalty. The ball has to bounce twice, once inside the team area, once inside the neutral area. The team area, those 2 zones right in front of the goal. The neutral area, either side of the centre line. That ball didn't bounce inside the neutral area. And Raymond Moreno, so clinical. And Brazil have turned this one around. 3 goals in just over 35 seconds at the start of this first half. Expertly dispatched into the bottom right corner, Raymond Moreno. This game had all the ingredients to be a fascinating match. And already 3 goals in just over 35 seconds. It's a surprise when someone makes a block at the moment. Ukraine conceded only 20 goals before coming into the game. A joint 2nd best defence with Brazil. A well-organised team, Ukraine. Souza with the throw down the centre. Players will either bounce the ball or spin the ball. They won't necessarily just stick in their positions either on the right or left. They'll move around the team area, try and create different angles, get a run up on the throws. Moreno. Good teamwork from Ukraine. Game played at quick pace. Teams have 10 seconds to return the ball after they've made the initial defensive block. Quick reply. Well dealt with by Vasa Olinik. 23 goals across 2 Paralympic Games for the 28-year-old. The Ukraine team have a really good connection with one another. They all play for the same club side, Infosport. The head coach an assistant coach, is also the coach for Inversport. Always remain really calm, the Ukraine coaches, Vedia and Anton Dubrovin. Never seem to be flustered. And that one screezed through, and that's Olenik equalises for Ukraine. It burst through that right pocket. Nice little movement, stepping to his right to try and shift up that space in between the right pocket, that centre player and the right winger. Nicely worked from Olenik. I'm sure from the coach's point of view that they'll be hoping the defence shores itself up. But let's keep the goals coming. Brilliant bouncing effort right down the centre, testing Ernesto. That's why you work in pairs. Good covering from Souza. And once again from Olenik for Ukraine. Working in tandem with each other. Brilliant bouncing effort from Olenik. These two teams are really going for it in the early stages. Every throw is testing the defence of Ukraine and Brazil. Brazil, the current Paralympic gold medalists, three-time world champions. Gold at the Parapan American Games. One of the best teams in the world in goalball. Ukraine competing at a Paralympic Games for the second time. Have won the IPSA European Championships twice in 2023 and 2019. A well-organised side. Defensively, normally very solid. Great reply from Souza. It's often a tactic for players to try and throw the ball back really quickly, but it's such a hard thing to perfect, to try and collect the ball in one motion and then throw the ball back. All the other teams, when they are on the court against us, they think of it as a final. The words of Jose Marcelo Souza. So much confidence in the Brazil team. Nice effort from Olenik, really targeting that right pocket. Cross court from Moreno. Players will throw the ball in different directions, trying to catch out the opposition. just goes wide. There was space there, right into the side netting, but it's inches wide. Neither team wasting time to throw the ball. Teams have 10 seconds to return. Ball once made the first initial defensive block. Souza winding one up down the centre. Toporkov really goes under the radar. Alexander Toporkov. The centre player is such a crucial part of the game. Coordinates the defence. Works in tandem with the wing players to block any angles. It's not always about throwing the ball in goalball. Solid defense can win you championships, and Ukraine and Brazil, certainly two of the very best in that department. Timeout called by Ukraine. Teams have 4 timeouts throughout a match, but you can't use all 4 of your timeouts in the second half. The teams try to use one in the first half. You get 45 seconds to deliver your message. Great effort from Anton Strelchik. Tipped wide. Flinging himself to the left. Moreno players won't just lie flat, they'll try and arc their bodies, push themselves up the court. Moreno, 25 goals in Tokyo, second highest scorer. Scored the most penalties and already has scored 1 penalty so far in the match. He's clinical when he gets the opportunity. Hardly ever misses. Good work between Toporkov and Strelchik, closing off that gap. Use any part of your body to block the ball. That pushed the long ball line. Has to bounce twice, once in the team area, once in the neutral area. Emerson and Esto playing in the centre. for Brazil. First learned about goalball through his brother. Fell in love with the sport. His very first training session, and now competing at the Paralympic Games for a second time. Whipped towards Olinik. Blocked. Players will use that full rotation throw to try and gather up momentum. It's a limited space, the team area. So any way you can try and generate some power in your throw. Reply from Moreno, trying to catch out Olinik. Referee just checking the eye shades of Leymon Moreno. Players can't touch the eye shades whilst the game is live. They have to wait for permission from the referee. All the eye shades are blackout. Creates a level playing field amongst the competition. Ball over. Ball crosses the centre line, so it goes back to Brazil. Chance to potentially create a little bit of pressure here. Moreno. That one's blocked. Will be collected safely by Anton Strelczyk. 3 goals in the European Championship final. Already a goal in this semi-final. Four goals in just over 2 minutes. The game has just levelled out. Two teams now settling into the match. It was an electric start. Both teams scoring with their very first throws of the match. Anton Librovin, assistant coach for Ukraine, giving out some important messages to his players. The skill level of all 6 players on the court is so high. They really mix up how they throw the ball. Olinik really likes to try and dig the ball into the court to create a high bounce. Leymon Moreno comes off. 1 goal in the game, is 10th overall here in Paris. The strength and depth in this Brazil squad is incredible. Andre Dantas now comes on, and he has 13 goals. He's not even in the starting 3. Joint 4th overall in the scoring charts. Dantas with 29 goals at the IPSA World Championships in 2022. Final 90 seconds, and that one squeezes through. Brilliant effort. The bounce, the pace. Olenek, it's been his trademark, certainly throughout these Paralympic Games. And it goes over the top of the substitute Dantas. Welcome to the game. Olenek, 15 goals now in Paris. His 25th Paralympic goal. And I suspect he's not finished there. He is really putting the pressure on Dantas. Substitute working really hard. Toporkov in the center for Ukraine. Brilliant player, keeps it all together, glues the defense. Anton Strelchik. First goal of the match with the first throw of the game. 31.8 seconds remaining in the first half, and the current Paralympic gold medalists are behind here in the semi-final. One of the favourites for the tournament. Ukraine, competing in their second Paralympic Games, have never won a Paralympic medal. Important save from Dantas. A fourth for Ukraine would put them in firm control of the match. Checking the eye shades of Dantas, number 9. Players can't touch the eye shades. When the game is live, they have to wait for the referee to give them permission. Can Brazil get an equaliser just before half-time? It's a good block. Goals at the start of the first half, a goal towards the end. It was a tight contest during the middle of that first half. But it was an electric start to the game. Brazil 2, Ukraine 3. Half-time in this semi-final, the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. The crowd have been treated to a brilliant game so far.
start with the...
First throw of the game, first goal, Anton Strelczyk with his sixth goal at these Paralympic Games. And Brazil's first throw ended up in the back of the net. An extraordinary start to the match. Souza with the goal. Olenek got in on the act. That was his first. And that was his second. A brilliant bouncing effort that deceived Dantas. He has been brilliant so far here in Paris. 100 throws in that first half. It was played at 100 miles an hour at times. Ukraine have made 5 more blocks. Brazil really testing Ukraine, making them work in every throw. The referee's checking the eye shades of all the players before the start of the second half. And we're nearly ready to go. Which way will this game turn next? Semi-final here at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games.
Second half of the game is between Ukraine on my left, Brazil on my right. Half-time score, Ukraine 3, Brazil 2. Brazil is start with the ball. Quiet, please. Center. Play.
Second half of this semi-final at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. Brazil against Ukraine for a place in the gold medal match. Brazil, the current Paralympic gold medalists. Ukraine, the IPSA European champions. A brilliant first half. And we're all set for a fascinating second 12 minutes. The two teams have switched ends of the courts, which offers up new opportunities for players. Some players favour being at one side of the court. If you're right-handed or left-handed, it just creates a few different options. Brazil will always make you work. Hardly ever miss the target. Ukraine are a very solid defensive unit. Only the 20 goals conceded. During the Paralympics so far. Olenek nearly gets it through that right pocket. He's really testing that area. That gap between the centre and the left winger. Teams have 10 seconds to return the ball once they make that first offensive block. Working in tandem, the 3 players for Brazil. They won't just remain static, the players. They'll cover each other, almost create like a second barrier in front of the goal. Nice return from Souza. Good work from Ukraine. It's another tactic that players use to try and reply quickly. Toporkov showing how it's done. Just lifting his body slightly to block that ball. Goes under the radar, Toporkov, but he's an outstanding player. Excellent at the European Championships in Montenegro. Clock stops every time the ball is blocked out. We're doing timeouts and substitutions. Funny old game, goalball. Sometimes a minute will feel like a lifetime. And sometimes the game goes along very quickly. Using the frame of the goal to position himself. Dantas, players can use the frame of the goal, and the court markings are also tactile, so they can navigate their way around the court, the players. Good effort, matched by a good save from Anton Stelschik. Brazil have come the closest in this second half. Just the faintest of touches from Stelschik. In the first 3 minutes of the first half, we had 4 goals. Both teams more compact in the second. Olinik squeezes it through. It's a huge goal for Ukraine. It's a hat-trick for Olinik. It could be the biggest goal of the match for Ukraine.
Time remaining 8 minutes and 37 seconds.
Et le but pour l'Ukraine signé Vasil Olinik dans l'instant.
16 goals so far at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games for Vasil Olinik, and it could be his biggest goal yet. Not just in this match, but potentially in his career. Ukraine have never won a medal at the Paralympic Games. And they are just under 9 minutes away from securing a spot in the gold medal match. How do Brazil respond? The current Paralympic gold medalists, 3-time world champions. They've won the last 3 IPSA World Championships. There's still time for Brazil. Sense of urgency now by Brazil. Teams have 10 seconds to return the ball after they make the defensive block. They need big performances now, Brazil. Souza, 26 goals in Tokyo, joint top scorer, known as Parazinho. They need a goal from him or his teammates very soon. Castro, the head coach for Brazil, potentially preparing to bring on Moreno. Ukraine are a tough team to break down. One of the best defensive sides. Toporkov at the heart of that, in the center. Brilliant player for Ukraine. But does that one just squeeze through? It's inches wide. Here comes the substitution. Souza is going to come off for Brazil. Moreno back on. Brazil's top two scorers here in Paris are on the court together. And they need something special. Into the final quarter of the match. Ukraine with a 2-goal cushion, and a timeout has been called. Ukraine are yet to make a substitution. They have the likes of Rodion Jahalin on the bench, the 39-year-old experienced player. But they're sticking with their starting three. They've been excellent so far. Olenik and Strelchuk almost the same amount of blocks. Both been tested. It's a good bouncing effort, but well dealt with. And a quick reply from Ernesto. Centre players aren't often the ones to throw the ball. There's a huge contrast between Ernesto and Toporkov. Ernesto for Brazil, 10 throws. Compared to Toporkov in the centre for Ukraine, just the 2. It's not always about throwing the ball, though. But he certainly knows how to find the back of the net, Moreno. Is that the spark that Brazil needed? That fizzed into the net. Beautiful from Moreno. Just angling his run up to drag that defence open. Just cause a little bit of a gap in the centre and the left wing player for Ukraine. And slotted it home. They won't panic, this Ukraine team. Fingertip from Dantas. Ball over. Ball exited out from the neutral area, so it goes back to Ukraine. Great work from Emerson Ernesto in the centre for Brazil. Players don't just lie flat on the court. They'll raise their bodies. They'll try and create a little bit of a ramp to try and clear the ball over the crossbar or kick the ball away. You have to have really good core strength. And that one just goes over the crossbar. It skims the crossbar. So close to a fifth. Crowd making their voices heard. They still believe. There's time left in this game. 3 minutes and 46 seconds is a long time in goalball. Ukraine know they'll be made to work really hard to secure their place in the gold medal match. Take two for Moreno. Brazil had to beat European opposition for the last Paralympic Games, Lithuania. An excellent side. Ukraine beat Lithuania in the European Championships final in Montenegro. This game is just being turned up a notch. Just under 3 minutes remaining. It's been an excellent game. Goals, brilliant saves, bit of drama with a long ball penalty. And the best players in the sport going toe to toe. Brilliant from Moreno. Absolutely scintillating from Brazil's star man. Three goals in the match, and just when they needed him, he has delivered. And Ukraine, a team that don't often panic. There might be some nerves now. It's 4-4. Well, Moreno has conceded a long ball. Ball didn't bounce inside the neutral area. Has to bounce once inside the team area, once inside the neutral area. And despite Moreno's great work in getting Brazil back level, Ukraine have a chance to go back in front. Timeout called by Ukraine. Anton Dubrovin sensing that Moreno had guessed the plan. Coach can call a timeout as long as the ball hasn't been thrown. Take two. Dispatched. It's a huge goal for Ukraine. They're back in front. No problem for Olinik. 4 goals in the semi-final. Brilliant performance from Olinik. 17 goals now overall at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. It's a game that has twisted and turned one way then the next. It's the point of the game where that 1.25 kilogram ball starts to hurt just a little bit more. Players can use any part of their body to block the ball. Brilliant from Olinik. Ukraine have a 2-goal cushion against the current Paralympic gold medalists. Brazil are going to have to dig deep now.
Et le but pour l'Ukraine signé temps restant 1 minute 56.
Brazil, timeout.
Le temps mort demandé par le Brésil.
Work to do for the Brazil coaching staff. However, never write off Brazil. They were 4-2 down. They brought it back to 4-4. They're going to have to do it again. When you have the likes of Moreno and Dantas, anything is possible. Every block will feel like a goal for Ukraine. And every second will feel like a minute. Dantas comes off for Brazil. The head coach, Donatas Castro, has decided to bring on Souza for the big moment. Souza, part of the Brazil team that won gold in Tokyo, bronze in Rio. Need a big performance from him with just over 90 seconds remaining. Players can use the team area to get a run up. They'll arc their runs, they'll try and spin and bounce the ball. They'll try different methods. Souza winding one up down the center of the court, but that one's blocked. Off the post. Inches away for Brazil. Oh, so close for Brazil. Those extra hours in practice, they all come down to moments like this. Can Brazil find something? Timeout call by Brazil. .5 seconds remain in the second half. Ukraine lead by 6 goals to 4 against the current Paralympic gold medalists. Brazil need this one to go in, and it doesn't. Timeout call by Ukraine. Game management so important for the European champions. Ukraine have never won a Paralympic medal. Competing at their second Paralympic Games. Ukraine are through to the gold medal match. The European champions have beaten The current Paralympic gold medalist, Brazil.
Final score of the game, Ukraine 6, Brazil 4.
What a moment for this team.
Is going tomorrow's final match, and it plays there against winner of tonight, another semi-final game, which is between people.
Didier Dubrovnin, he set up this team.
So Ukraine goes to gold medal game. Congratulations.
And he's guided them to gold at the European Championships, bronze at the World Championships. And they are now guaranteed a medal, but they will go for gold.
Please join us in celebrating
Brazil
the efforts and contributions of our athletes for their honorable displays of
the current Paralympic gold medalists,
and many memorable moments. Thank you.
will play in the bronze medal match. What a performance from Ukraine. It's been a fantastic match, one that will be remembered for a long time. It gave us absolutely everything. Brilliant goals, fantastic saves, high drama. Just when you thought Brazil were done, they fought back. This Ukraine team are something special. Ukraine are through to the men's gold medal match. Brazil will play in the bronze medal game.
Nous espérons que vous avez apprécié ce premier match. Le second de cette même session sera un match aux femmes. Deux demi-finales, République populaire de Chine contre Israël à 15h15. Vos tickets restent valables toute la journée et profitez de la compétition.
We hope you have enjoyed the first game of the session. Thank you for being part of the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. Audience, please stick around. Your tickets are good for the next game also.
206 throws in the match. Ukraine were made to work really hard. Brazil hardly ever missed the target.
3:15 p.m. Thanks for joining us and enjoy the competition.
Ukraine are through to the gold medal match. Ukraine have never won a Paralympic medal. What an achievement. European champions in 2023 and in 2019. Will now try and claim the gold medal. Brazil in the bronze medal match.
Allez, on va regarder maintenant ce qui s'est passé dans ce match. Les meilleurs moments, c'est à revivre sur les écrans géants.
Please direct your attention to the video board for highlights from this game.
A game that had it all. Brilliant goals, superb saves, lots of drama. Ukraine are through to the gold medal match. Brazil will contest for the bronze medal.
The Paris 2024 Organizing Committee would like to thank all volunteers for their time and dedication toward making the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games a success. commentary service. Scan the QR code on the video board and it's available once you log in to the official Paris 2024 app.
Chine qui avait déjà vaincu la Turquie et le Brésil, puis la France en quart de finale. L'équipe d'Israël, quant à elle, a battu le Brésil, mais a rencontré un peu plus de difficultés face à la Turquie. Enfin, le match face au Canada en quart de finale a confirmé leur place dans la compétition avec un score de 5-1.
Ladies and gentlemen, very shortly starting women's first semi-final game between People's Republic of China and Israel. Both teams played yesterday in quarterfinals. Israel-Canada final score was 5-1, and the final score People's Republic of China against France, well, 2. Top scorers from the teams. People's Republic of China's number 6, Wang Chunlien, has scored 13 goals, and Israel's number 6, Nihi Ben David, 10 goals. And this game's winner will play tomorrow in Goalball Paris 2024 final match against the winner of another semi-final that is today evening, Brazil against Turkey. Let's see who is the first finalist in women's goalball in Paris 2024. We find out soon.
Merci d'accueillir les équipes de la République populaire de Chine et d'Israël.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to meet our athletes. Please welcome the teams, People's Republic of China and Israel.
Nous allons maintenant découvrir les joueuses de la République populaire de Chine. Numéro 1.
Now it's time to meet the players from People's Republic of China.
Numéro 1.
Number 1, John Si-Ling.
Numéro 2.
Number 2, Zhao Zhenhua. Wang Chun-yen.
Numéro 7.
Number 7, Ge Beijing.
Numéro 9.
Number 9, Wang Chun-hua.
Et l'entraîneur,
Coach Chang Xiaopeng.
l'assistant entraîneur
Assistant coach Yang Chun-hong.
et la responsable du staff,
Staff Wu Zuan.
nous allons maintenant découvrir les joueuses d'Israël.
Now it's time to meet the players from Israel.
Numéro 1.
Number 1, Ilham Mohamed Rusin.
Numéro 2.
Number 2, Noah Malka.
Numéro 3.
Number 3, Golham Rani.
Numéro 4.
Number 4, Or Mizrahi.
Numéro 5.
Number 5, Roni Ohayon.
Et la numéro 6.
Number 6, Lihi Ben David.
L'entraîneur,
Coach Raz Soham.
l'assistant entraîneur
Assistant Coach Mohamed Abu Ayash.
et le responsable du staff.
Staff Ariel Fuerte.
Les arbitres sont
The referees for the match are Romualdas Vaitiekus from Lithuania and Janice Dawson from Canada.
Et maintenant, pour partager l'esprit sportif international, la traditionnelle poignée de main d'avant-match des deux équipes.
And now in the show of international sportsmanship, both teams will exchange pre-game handshakes.
Les équipes vont maintenant s'échauffer. Nous vous rappelons que le silence est très important dans cette compétition et vous demandons de respecter la haute concentration dont les athlètes doivent faire preuve dans ce sport.
The teams will now warm up and we remind you that silence is highly important for this competition. Athletes require high concentration, therefore we expect everyone to act in a respectful manner during the competition.
Que tous ceux qui sont dans la vibe, que toutes celles qui sont dans la vibe, que ceux qui sont assis se lèvent. Allez, maintenant on y va. En haut, en bas, à gauche, à droite. En haut, en bas, à gauche, en bas, en bas.
C'est soir et
Attention, et voici les 3 premières joueuses à représenter la République populaire de Chine sur le terrain.
5 minutes remaining until the start of competition, ladies and gentlemen. And now the starting lineup from People's Republic of China.
Numéro 2.
Number 2, Zhao Zhenhua.
Numéro 5.
Number 5, Xu Mihao.
Et la numéro 6.
Number 6, Wang Chunyan.
Et voici les 3 premières joueuses à représenter Israël sur le terrain.
Now the starting lineup from Israel.
Numéro 4.
Number 4, Or Mizrahi.
Numéro 5.
Number 5, Ronnie O'Hayon.
Et enfin la numéro 6.
Number 6, Lihi Ben David.
There we have their run-in, winning all 3 group games, beating the host France by 12 goals to 2, the maximum possible margin of victory in goalball. As you can see, when these 2 sides played each other in the group stages, China beat Israel by 6 goals to 1. So China coming into this game with the psychological advantage. Crowd enjoying the anticipation of these final few minutes before the opening throws. And a brilliant match we have ahead of us. China, an experienced and decorated Paralympic side, against Israel, yet to win a medal in the women's event. And there we have our officials from Lithuania and Canada. They will be supervising the throws and calling the fouls, and we'll talk you through all the different types of goalball fouls as this match progresses. But the main thing you need to know, the ball has to bounce in both your own third of court and the neutral third. And there we have the Israel starting 3. Lihi Ben David, Israel's main attacking option. Well, plenty of goals in this tournament so far, and she was instrumental in the quarter-final win over Canada. And that is Israel's strongest starting 3. Showing that they mean business. China also starting with lots of offensive options. Wang Chunyan, Xiao Shenhua, both second and third top scorer in the whole tournament on court right now for China. It'll be a nervy few opening throws for the Israel defensive trio. China aside with a lot of attacking firepower. And we're just under a minute away from the opening throw. These 2 sides have their eye shades checked under the supervision of the referee. Raz Shoham, Israel coach for the Israel side in the 2016 and 2020 Paralympics. On that occasion they were knocked out in the quarterfinals, now they're in the semis. Just getting here, huge achievement for Israel. But they will have their eyes on the podium places.
Audience, let's count down together to start the competition. 10, 9, 8.
As we count down to the opening throw, let's listen in as we hear the officials give the final instructions to the players and the crowd at the South Paris Arena.
left. China Morai. We ask audience, please keep quiet while the ball play in field off your mobile phones. Thank you. China start with the ball. Quiet, please. Center.
People's Republic of China against Israel in this first women's semi-final. And these two sides met in the group stages. It was China that came out on top. But knockout competition is a different beast altogether. It'll be fascinating to see how these early throws play out. Mizrahi, easily recognisable with her bright purple hair. Here we have Wang Chunyan, who scored lots of goals so far in this women's event. Ben David cross court, blocked by Xiao Shenhua. Advancing right up court, the ball bounced off court, so it's ruled out of bounds and ball effectively becomes dead. Mizrahi, slightly slower ball, but intercepted. It does feel like a tense start. Both these sides sounding each other out, trying to establish patterns of throws and get a sense for how the opposition are set up on court. Rare throw from the Chinese centre. Xu Miao. Normally she passes the ball to the wings, and Ben David to return. Blocked at full stretch by Wang Chunyan. As the two number sixes trade throws, it's still 0-0. Mizrahi. She throws in quite an aggressive way. She launches herself up court and tries to get right up to the high ball line. It's quite an attacking and dangerous way to throw, and does increase the risk of conceding penalties, but can provide a really potent threat. And now Ben David goes for the straighter skimming ball. Xiao Zhenhua. We've noticed throughout the tournament she likes to propel herself off the frame of the goal, and she starts her throwing action from quite deep in the goal mouth. Xiao Shenhua starts off court, throws towards the centre. Perfectly legal to start off court, but the ball has to bounce within the court. Xiao Zhenhua goes cross court and parried by Ben David. Israel will be happy with this start. China aside with a lot of attacking flair and capable of racking up the goals, but Israel holding firm so far. China scored 12 goals in the quarter-final to dispatch France, the host, so certainly capable of racking them up, and that's off the post from Wang Chunyan. Early threat from China. And if you're wondering why Ronnie O'Hayon just put the ball out, it's because you have 10 seconds in goalball to get your throw away. She thought better to concede possession than risk conceding a penalty. Penalties in goalball are one-on-one, so need to be avoided if at all possible. Mizrahi from centre once again. She usually takes position on the wing, but trying a bit of variation, trying to catch opposition unawares. Goalball all about that element of surprise. Trying to find the breakthrough. Ben David was the flag bearer for Israel in the opening ceremony. One of the icons of Israeli parasport. An interesting bit of strategy from China. Whilst one wing shaped up to throw, there was a dummy from the other wing. Gave the illusion of movement. Makes your opponents think the ball's coming from a different side of court. And you'll quite often see these players dummying throws or imitating movement. It's really interesting to watch. Now Ben David, aggressive throw and an early breakthrough for Lihi Ben David. And Israel, chasing their first ever women's goalball medal, have an early advantage as Ben David finds the gap and gets Israel off to a fantastic start. How will China respond? They're not used to going behind in this tournament. Certainly not used to losing. They won all of their games so far. Feels like there's more to come from them. Mizrahi with the dummy, but Ben David keeps hold of the ball. It's gathered by Wang Chunyan. Xu Miao. One centre to another. Now Mizrahi. Quick intensity of throws. Players not wasting any time on the ball. Returning it right back into play. It's made for an entertaining start to this first half. Ben David comfortably blocked by Wang Chunyan, and it feels like haven't yet seen what she's capable of in this match. Wang Chunyan scored 7 goals in the opening game against Turkey. She has a really powerful throw on her. She's one of the tournament's top scorers so far. Well, that looked a bit more promising, but just wide of the post. Mizrahi with the bouncing ball, blocked by Wang Chunyan. Ben David steadies herself on the frame of the goal. Officials reminding spectators they have to be absolutely silent while the ball's in play. These players rely on the sound of the ball in order to navigate and work out where they need to position themselves on court. Mizrahi cross court, turned by Wang Chunyan. Clever dummy from Israel. It was Ohayon with the dummy while Ben David threw. It was a full dummy. She did the full throwing action. But the ball was actually in the hands of Ben David. Clever bit of play. Israel taking the timeout, and they'll be delighted with that first half. Previous match between these two sides wasn't a particularly close affair. It's Israel that have come out of the blocks looking more confident and more assured. And they've neutralised the attacking threat of Wang Chunyan very well. There's number 6, Wang Chunyan. He's looked really prolific in the tournament so far, but hasn't quite looked in top gear today. Plenty of time left in this match though, and just a single goal, the Israeli lead. I'm sure we'll see many twists and turns in the remainder of this semi-final. And Ben David, the goal scorer, blocked by Chinese centre. Now Xiao Shenhua. Good communication between the Israeli trio. Fascinating watching the positional awareness that these players have. The way that they stay out of each other's way. Ben David goes for the straighter ball, gathered by Wang Chunyan. And we're almost exactly halfway through the first half. And the narrowest possible lead for Israel. Mizrahi to throw. And it's a bit nervy from China. Ball slipped through Xiao Shenhua, but wide of the post. Xiao Shenhua, lots of bounce on that one, but blocked by the legs of Ohayon. Ben David, bang on centre of court, using the centre lines on the court to get her position exactly right. And China, not a side that likes to use a lot of substitutions. Usually like to stick with their starting 3, but they might have no choice here. Certainly need to change something. Xiao Shenhua navigates around her teammate in the centre of court. And Israel block it out once again. Wang Chunyan, just 22 years of age. Thrown to an experienced Paralympian in the form of Ben David. He's been instrumental to all 3 of Israel's Paralympic goalball appearances. Xu Miao looking serene in the centre of court for China. Wang Chunyan, lots of bounce on that one. Gathered by Ben David. Rotation throw from Ben David. Strong defence from the Chinese centre. And Xiao Shenhua is going to try from the other side of court. Ben David right in the thick of things, both attack and defence. She blocks it out. Now Mizrahi goes for the rotation throw. Blocked by the legs of the Chinese centre. Now Wang Chunyan yet to quite find her accuracy in this match so far. Ooh, it looked like the ball was going to bobble in the back of the net, but blocked by Mizrahi. That was perhaps the most flustered Israel have looked. They've had a pretty composed first half. Slower ball from Xiao Shenhua. Slower ball can make a bit less noise, so a bit harder to detect. Wang Chunyan. Ball skirts along the touchline and just wide of the post. Ben David. Throw straight. Blocked by Wang Chunyan. Xiao Xuanhua trying from a opposite side of court, but gathered by Ben David, and ball in the arms of Mizrahi. Mizrahi also throwing from opposite side, both sides trying to mix things up, but oh, China have scored. It looked like Ben David had kept it out, but the ball slipped through her fingers, and China are level. And maybe we're seeing things going according to the form book now. It was a straight throw from Wang Chunyan. Although it was a good effort from Ben David to keep it out, but all she could do was put it in the back of the net. It's one apiece. Ben David, lots of power on that one. Putting her full body into the throw. Wang Chunyan, slower ball. Really mixing it up. Trying to bring a bit of variety to their play. Throw from the Chinese centre. It's not very often you see a centre throw the ball, so another element of variety from China. Xiao Shenhua. Blocked and given to Mizrahi, with her purple hair lighting up the court. Quick response from Xiao Shenhua. Ben David, Israel's goal scorer. Israel's top scorer in this competition. She's got a really effective relationship with Mizrahi. They work together pretty interchangeably, switching wing positions and giving one another the ball. Ben David putting in a real shift on court. She played almost the entirety of Israel's quarterfinal against Canada. She's a really integral part of this Israel side, and they needed her to be on great form today, and she has been so far. There she has the ball, but gives it to Mizrahi. Xuanhua throwing quite close to the long ball line. If the ball had bounced the other side in the Israeli third, that would have been a penalty. No penalties yet in this match. Fantastic discipline from these sides, even under the pressure of a semi-final. Ben David being brought off. He's been instrumental in that first half. Israel's only goal scorer. But she's being replaced. I'm sure we'll see more of her in the second half. And it's going to be Elam Mohamed Ruzin to come on. At the age of 15, she couldn't find a women's side, so she helped to set one up. She was the first team member. And it's an Israel side that gone on to represent their nation at 3 successive Paralympics. And now Mohamed Ruzin, one of the founders of the team, is on court. Now she has the ball with her first throw after coming on as a substitute. Throw from the Israeli centre. It's her first throw of the match. Blocked by Wang Chunyan, and rapid exchange of throws. Both sides want to go into the half-time break with the advantage. Xiao Xuanhua, lots of bounce and blocked by the legs of Ahayon. Mohamed Ruzin, it's the dummy from the opposing wing, trying to sow a bit of confusion within that Chinese trio. Slower ball from Mohamed Ruzin, trying all the tricks as we approach half-time. Mizrahi, can she get a breakthrough just before half-time? Well, China calling a timeout. You have to use your timeout in the first half in goalball, otherwise you lose it. So China taking the opportunity. And of course, these players wearing the eye shades, not aware of how much time left on the clock. So with 3.5 seconds remaining, coach will just be imparting that useful information, which will help his Chinese trio to plan their final throw of the half. Wang Chunyan, last throw of the first half. And a fascinating first half at that. China came into this match as the favourites, and a great run of form and a side with plenty of experience to bring to bear, but it's Israel that started much the brighter. An early goal from Lehi Ben David. China found a way back right at the end of the first half with a goal from Wang Chunyan. The half-time score at the South Paris Arena. China 1, Israel 1.
Et sur ce plan, nous avons donc eu un premier but de la numéro 6 de l'équipe d'Israël à 8 minutes 40, qui s'est suivi par un but de l'équipe de la République populaire de Chine à 3 minutes 22.
We have seen very exciting first half, and we have seen
crowd enjoying the action. Just the one occasion where they let their exuberance get the better of them, and they're ticking off from the officials, but they've really got into the spirit of this fantastic sport. And they've witnessed a really interesting first half. Israel, who never won a women's goalball medal, starting much the brighter. And here we see some of the highlights of this first half. Ben David with the early goal. Totally took China by surprise. And that's why she's Israel's top scorer in this tournament. And that was the equaliser. The throw from Wang Chunyan, finding its way through Lehi Ben David. Despite a China timeout just seconds before the end of the first half, weren't able to make a difference with that final throw. And there we have the story of the first half. No penalties, no ball over. It's been a very tight match, and Impressive accuracy from both these sides. Around 120 throws, not one penalty conceded. And as Xiao Shenhua has her eye shades applied. We'll soon find out the starting threes for the second half and whether any changes were made at half-time.
China on my left, Israel on my right. Half-time score, China 1, Israel 1. Half-time substitution, Israel, out number 4, in number 6.
So we have a change for Israel. Lihi Ben David back on court. China with the same three in which they started the match. And Lihi Ben David back on court. She's so important for this Israeli side. And although she was rested for a matter of minutes at the end of the first half, Israel know they need her on court if they're going to produce a historic win in this semi-final. China against Israel, and Israel get the second half underway. It's been a very close semi-final so far. 2 goals, no penalties. Feels like we've got a few big moments left in this match. Ben David throwing right up at the high ball line. Aggressive style of play. Does run the risk of conceding a high ball penalty. Mohamed Ruzin's throw gathered by Wang Chunyan from the centre of court. Good defensive work from Mohamed Ruzin to really extend herself to keep that out. Ben David to throw. Blocked out by the opposing number 6, Wang Chunyan. Trying to keep hold of possession because the ball went out in the Chinese third of court. And say keep the ball. If it had gone out in the neutral third, that would have been what's known as ball over. That means possession transfers. Blocked by the legs of Mohamed Ruzin. Mohamed Ruzin, her husband Michael, captain of the Israeli men's team. One of many goalball couples in this competition. Israel's men's side not represented. It's just the women who have the medal hopes in the goalball. Mohamed Ruzin. Blocked by the Chinese centre, Xu Miao. She said that goalballs allowed her to transform herself from a person with visual impairments to an athlete representing her country on the bigger stage, and to reach a wider world and experience different countries. And it's clear this sport's been really transformative for her. She always looks so calm in the centre of court for China. Oh, lots of bounce on that from Wang Chunyan, but wide of the post of Mohamed Ruzin. Mohamed Ruzin's throw blocked by Wang Chunyan. Chinese centre clears space in the centre of court, and Wang Chunyan to throw. Ben David by the body of Wang Chunyan. 2 minutes into the second half, and really is close and tight semi-final. Much closer than the group game between these two sides that had a 5-goal margin in China's favour. Ben David, lots of bounce on that one. It's really impressive the amount of energy she puts into her throws. Almost exhausting to watch. Really slams the ball onto the court. And these balls are pretty heavy, 1.5 kilograms, so no easy feat the way these players maneuver the ball, and the ball heads over the line, and that's the goal. The goal judges raise their arms. The goal is given, and Israel once again on top in this semi-final. It was Elham Mohamed Ruzin, and despite the block from Wang Chunyan, the ball ended up over the goal line. And that is a huge goal from Israel. And not long after Elham Mohamed Ruzin came onto court, he's made a big, big intervention. And China forced to take the timeout. They'll need to change something. They've still got their starting 3 players on court, but if not a change in personnel, they don't need a change of strategy. Coaches will no doubt be imparting information about how Israel are lining up, potential areas of the court that they could target. And that was a huge goal from Mohamed Ruzin. And Israel ahead for the second time in this match. Wang Chunyan. That was a big run-up. Mohamed Ruzin, right after scoring for Israel, it's taken off. And we're going to have Or Mizrahi back on court. This would return Israel to their strongest starting 3, the starting 3 they've been preferring throughout the tournament. And now Or Mizrahi's been rested. She's going to come back onto court. Played basketball as a child before switching to goalball. And she struck up quite a partnership with Lihi Ben David. Lots of goals and some effective defence. Ben David. Comfortable block from Wang Chunyan. Shu Miao. Ben David to Mizrahi. Mizrahi back on court. Rested after her few minutes on the bench. Ben David stumbles a bit with her run-up. Tripped over her feet a bit, and I think that impacted the way she got her throw away. Wang Chunyan. Oh, that was very close. Tipped around the post by Mizrahi. Dummy from Israel. Mizrahi with a throw. Ben David with the dummy on the other wing. Ben David gathering herself on the post. Goes for the straighter throw. Blocked by Wang Chunyan. High onto Mizrahi. Bit of noise from the Chinese trio. Perfectly legal in goalball as long as your opponent hasn't started their throwing action. 2 noises, it's a good way of helping your teammate to locate themselves and the position of their teammates on court. Israel coach Raz Shoham will be delighted at this performance. He coached the Israel side in Rio and Tokyo, but didn't come close to a medal in those tournaments, and if this scoreline remains, then it'll be a very important day for Israeli goalball. Quick response from Ben David, blocked out by Wang Chunyan. Israel appealing for a penalty on the sidelines. Not given. Reminder, the ball has to bounce in both your third of the court and also the neutral third in the centre. Israel thought that ball had strayed into their area of the court. Referee quietening the crowd. Got a bit excited. Xiao Shenhua, lots of bounce on that one, but gathered by Mizrahi. Ben David, aggressive run up, and the ball bobbles towards the goal once again, but it's kept out by Wang Chunyan. It's so difficult to defend the ball when it's airborne. When the ball's spinning in the air, it can often not make much of a noise, so it's really hard for these players to locate, and it's a very good save from Wang Chunyan. Xiao Shenhua, blocked by the Israeli centre, and Ben David, who's been relentless all game, pinging in those throws with real pace and precision. Still no penalties in this game, which is really remarkable. Xiao Shenhua. Lots of bounce and gathered. And Israel call a timeout just as Ronnie Ahayan was shaping up to throw. Israel taking the opportunity to give some tactical advice. Israel coach no doubt saying, don't do anything silly, don't give away any penalties, keep your discipline, keep your accuracy. And they'll be relying on the experience of Lehi Ben David to marshal this side and get them through these final few minutes. There she is, Lehi Ben David. Decisive early goal. Ben David once again goes for the straight ball down the centre of court. Wang Chunyan parried by Ben David. Mizrahi. Wang Chunyan with the return, and see, she was trying to find the gap between Ahayan and Ben David, but good defensive work from Ahayan. Ben David cross court, right into the torso of Xiao Shenhua. Lots of bounce on that from Xiao Shenhua, but pushed out by Ben David. China trying all the tricks, all the variety in terms of shot selection. But Israel defending very well. Now China's turn to take the timeout. China still have their starting three on court. You do wonder what they need to do to find a breakthrough. They certainly need a goal. And despite the best efforts of Wang Chunyan and Xiao Shenhua, Israel staying resolute in their defense. China had a run of 3 consecutive silver medals. 2008, 2012, 2016. They narrowly missed out in Tokyo 2020. They'll certainly want to get back on the podium. Ball blocked out by Ben David off the post, and the ball's still in play. High on with the slower ball. Trying to get the ball out of the Israeli third. And David again, the ball's bobbling around, and some very tense moments for Israel. Mizrahi gathered and returned by the Chinese centre. Another Israeli timeout. Determined to break up the game as much as they can, and Israel coach on court. I wonder what he's saying to the officials. We may never know, but one thing we do know, Israel are ahead. And they will be planning these final few minutes meticulously. Might be coaches saying, start to take a bit more time with your throws. They're allowed 10 seconds to get their throw away. And we might see Israel taking the opportunity just to run down the clock a little bit. Mizrahi talking tactics with Ben David, and now Mizrahi to throw. Shenhua goes cross court. Easily dealt with by Ben David. They've been peppering her with throws on that side of the court, but she's dealt with them really well. Now Ben David to throw. Gathered by Xiao Shenhua. Mizrahi. Israel will be happy to see the clock run down. Just over 3 minutes left. It's a very narrow lead. It's been an unusually low-scoring game for both of these sides. Certainly familiar with getting more balls in the back of the net, but testament to defensive skill of both of these sides, and the accuracy as well. Still no penalties given away. Wang Chunyan blocked by the Israeli centre. Centre, sometimes a underrated role in goal ball, but both these centres putting in good shifts. Often the wing players that rack up the goals and get the glory, but the role of a good centre is really important. Xiao Shenhua, lots of danger and bounce on that ball, but blocked out by Mizrahi. Xiao in the hands of Ben David, and she'll be glad she held on to that. Means she can take a bit of time with it. Start to run down the clock a bit. Xuanhua from centre of court. Mizrahi. Ball skirts down the touchline, but still in play with China. And now we're entering the final throws, and I wonder if we'll see a Chinese change. They're still with their starting three. Feels like Israel's maybe had a bit more in terms of depth on the bench. That goal from the substitute, Mohamed Ruzin. And now China taking the timeout. China have both the second and third top scorers in the competition on court right now. They've only been able to get one goal on the score sheet. Brilliant work from Israel, and such a difference from the 6-1 win for China when these two sides faced off in the group stage. Xiao. Over 90 seconds left on the clock. Final few throws for both these sides. Ben David. Straight and direct from Ben David. China looking to make a change. Xiao coming off. Zhang Jiling coming on. Zhang Jiling scored plenty of goals in Tokyo. China bringing her on, trying to add an element of difference, an element of surprise. Sometimes teams can get accustomed to the way the opposition throws the ball, and Zhang Jiling providing a bit of variety. She's got 3 goals at Paris 2024 so far, so we certainly know she can score. Will Chinese substitution make the same impact that Israel's did? Mohamed Ruzin scoring just seconds after coming on for Israel. Ben David taking her time with the throw. Clever play from the experienced player. Using any opportunity just to eat up a few seconds. Mizrahi. Blocked by the Chinese centre. Now it's Wang Chunyan. Strong block from Ohayon. Ben David, rotation throw. Goes cross court. Gathered by the substitute. Zhang Jiling, what impact can she make? She moves to a different side of court. Gathered by Ben David. Once again, taking her time with the throw. 10 seconds to get that throw away. And China making another change. Oh, Zhang Jiling, seconds after she was brought on. Now coming back off. And it's going to be Xiao back onto court.
Changement pour la République populaire de Chine avec la sortie de la numéro 1 et l'entrée de la numéro 2.
Maybe the coach used the time in which Xiao Shenhua was off court just to give some instructions for these final throws. Instructions that she can pass on to her teammates on court. And it really is the matter of just 1 or 2 throws for each of these sides. We'll need to get them absolutely right. Xiao Shenhua. blocked, and it's an important block from Ohayon. Ben David shapes up to throw. Last throw of the match for China. And a historic win for Israel as they've secured their first ever women's goalball medal. All the odds were against Israel coming into this match. A huge gulf in experience between these two sides. But it's Israel that's come out on top and secured their place in the gold medal match. And disappointment for China, but they still have the opportunity to play for bronze. And after a brilliant semi-final, a full-time score, People's Republic of China 1, Israel 2. A big moment, especially for Lehi Ben David, and real disappointment for China. They've performed so well going into this match, winning every single game. Something wasn't quite working for them today, and the attacking combination of Ben David and Mizrahi looked really impressive. Some great defensive work from Ohayon in the centre of court. Israel reached the quarterfinals in Rio, quarterfinals in Tokyo. And as they celebrate with the Israeli fans, they know they will have a silver medal at the very least, and a shot at gold in the match on the final day. Lovely sportsmanship between these two sides after a defeat that must be very hard to take for China. When these two sides played just a few days ago, it was an emphatic win for China. At these knockout stages, it's all about how you play in those 24 minutes on court. And Ohayon in floods of tears on the court. She can't believe what she and what her teammates have done. Chinese side getting the plaudits from this crowd. Israel have progressed to the gold medal match. Ben David and Mizrahi embracing. They were absolutely instrumental in the partnership these two have struck up. It will be crucial in the gold medal match.
À 18h, suivi de la demi-finale féminine entre le Brésil et la Turquie à 19h45.
We hope you have enjoyed.
There we have the final score. Israel winners by 2-1. And Israel will go for gold. China fighting for bronze. Chance to secure a medal, their 4th Paralympic medal. 5 Paralympic Games.
Next competition followed by Brazil and Turkey at 7:45 p.m. for the women's competition.
Retrouvez toutes les gammes de produits Paris 2024 dans les boutiques officielles et les points de vente sur site. Votre point de vente du jour est encore ouvert. C'est maintenant ou jamais.
Find all the Paris 2024 product ranges in
The most remarkable thing about that graphic on screen, no penalties from either side. Sometimes in knockout stages, the pressure can lead to errors and lapses in concentration, but no penalties from about 220 throws. And that is something that China can take from this match, as disappointed as they might be. That will give them a bit of heart going into the bronze medal encounter, and there are medal matches and how they're shaping up. Israel to play the winner of Brazil against Turkey. People's Republic of China will battle it out for bronze. And the first of our women's semi-finals, and we couldn't have asked for a better start. A really tense and exciting game. And it was Israel that came out on top, secured their place in the gold medal match.
Please direct your attention to the video board for highlights from the game.
Two brilliant semi-finals, both the men's and women's competition. And this crowd's been very fortunate to see two brilliant games, concluding with Israel's win over China. We're very grateful to you for joining us today, and we hope you've enjoyed this match, and we hope you'll witness many more games as part of this Goalball competition.
Thank all volunteers for their time and dedication toward making the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games a success.